walking towards like a luau or What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Happy Monday. I'm Vito. This is Cast Strength. And today we're going to talk about Glenfiddich Fire and Cane. Now, this is a heel because I've been sharing this quite a bit. And we're going to bottle this boy down today. And I feel like for copyright purposes I can't play the song, but we all know the song. There we go. So, Glenfiddich Fire and Cane. This is a peated expression from Glenfiddich that is aged in ex-bourbon and ex-rum casks. The peat that they use, if I'm not mistaken, from memory, is from Belvini, which is like across the street. You can throw a rock and hit the Belvini property from Glenfiddich. This is part of their experimental series. This is number 4. The other 3 are the IPA, the XX, and the Winter Storm. So the Fire and Cane, we mentioned that it is, at least for a portion of its age, of its maturation, is aged in ex-rum casks. I think from the Caribbean. I believe from the Caribbean. I have to double check on that. You'll see a little header here right now. But it's really interesting. It's almost like a take on like peated sherry options, right? There's that's a sweet characteristic along with the smokiness is really captivating. Now, obviously the peat used in this is different than the Isla stuff, which is where you'll normally find the peated sherries, Ugadal, some of the stuff from Bruichladdich and whatnot, a lot of stuff from Bunnahabhain. But the peat in the Glenfiddich is not super campfirey, not super ashy, much more earthy, a little bit more dense, right? So it's there's no real strong medicinal qualities here. For anyone trying to get into peat, this is a great option. On the nose, lots of vanilla, lots of tropical fruit sweetness, pineapples, bananas, mangoes. Like right away, you don't even have to really think about it. It's very, very strong. A bit of a smoky tinge, right? Almost if you were sort of walking towards like a luau or anywhere where there's like a fire with food on it, right? You sort of get that whiff of smoke in the air. It's very, very beautiful. Very, very nice. Some bananas, over-ripened bananas, are showing up near the end of the nose. Kind of have to dig a little bit. This is a bottle that has oxidized extremely well. As you push past the halfway point, in my experience, typically, is where some whiskeys will tend to over-oxidize, right? Talisker Dark Storm is the example I always go to. It fell off a cliff. It was so good, and then just just plummeted. This one did not do that. It hit, and I've had this bottle for quite a number of months now. It hit a point right about here where it was really, really, really good, and then it just stayed that way all the way down to this one here. The nose is absolutely wonderful. It's so nice. You could sit with this for a long, long time. But we don't have a long, long time, so let's get to it. Sweet. This sounds really weird, but sweet earth. Almost like a garden, right? Just a full, fresh garden with all kinds of vegetables. The smokiness is there. Like I said, it's that earthy quality about it, and that's what I get up front with that sweet earth. The rum and the smoke come together like that. For me, so nice. It's dangerously easy to drink. I think in Canada, in Ontario, I think this is about $65. Let me double check that now. I should start doing this, you know, before I start filming. But you know, you guys are used to it by now. This is how we roll. My apologies. It is $80 in Ontario. For $80, 100%. Like all day and night. This is just so nice to drink, so easy to drink, and I've shared this with a couple people, and even people that don't like peat like this. I know when Josh bought this, and I'm sure he'll talk about this at some point. Gretchen, his wife, you know, as she's been getting more into whiskey, she really enjoyed this. Right? It's just really good. So if you have an extensive collection, or you're looking to add a bottle for people that come by that want to try a good whiskey, but you don't want to like take out your your really expensive whiskeys, this is a fantastic whiskey to have on the shelf to share with people. Oh man, almost like a cooked pear and stone fruits, but over an open flame, where you get that smoky characteristic coming through with all the sweetness from the fruits. So good. Medium length, not intrusive, not overpowering. This is dangerous. This is as solid a level 3 in my books as possible. There's enough complexity there from the maturation and the peat methods that I feel like it can be enjoyed by a novice and can be enjoyed by someone that's, you know, years into the whiskey journey. Just all around a solid whiskey. Glenfiddich nailed it with this one, especially for the price point and what's in the bottle. I rated higher, but I sort of, being an Isla head, I wished there was just a little bit of like a medicinal quality, like a salty brininess to it. Because as good as it is, I would still pick the Ugadal over it. Only because of the more ashy campfire aspect. That's the only reason. That's my wheelhouse. I like that a little bit more. That tiny little bit is what pushes it over the edge. Would push it over into from a 3 to a 4. Not taking anything away from it. It is fantastic whiskey, but just a little bit would put it over the edge for me. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been a really quick one just because I have to film a whole bunch. I'm leaving for Japan in 2 days, so I need to go get back to packing. So there's going to be pre-recorded stuff for the next, well, this is technically week 1, for the next 3 weeks after this, as we'll be traveling to Japan. If you want to follow my journey, I'm going to do my best to share pictures and anything interesting whiskey related that I find over there. I'm going to try and get over to Yamazaki Distillery while I'm in Kyoto as well. So if you guys want to follow any pictures and videos that I put up, go follow us on Twitter and Facebook at The Cast Strength. Follow the stories that I'll be posting. Follow everything else that Brad and Josh will be doing in my absence back home. And yeah, guys. Slancha, take it easy.